Hey guys, Dread here, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim, episode 5. Yeah, episode 5. So last time we pretty much had like time of our lives with a sick streamer. We pretty much got high as hell in the end, and got like 3 endings for that one. So we're going to be continuing right where we left off and going on to the next run. So hold on. Anyways, so sorry about that. We're going to be continuing on to the game, and we're going to finally start volume 3. So let's see who these two are. Putting one foot in front of the other, you continue through this strange alien world. That's when you think stuff is beginning to make sense. It all slips through your fingers, becomes even stranger, more and more alien. There, do, there does, however, seem to be one thing that remains constant through all planets and walk-offs of life. That thing is friendship. You are the prowl. You are on the prowl for more. It would have perhaps been wise to stay with one of your wonderful new friends until you're fully healed. But as Martha Stewart said, visitors are like fish. They begin to smell after 3 days. You are almost positive that Martha Stewart said that. I have no idea, so. Nevertheless, you are a soldier on your endless quest for companionship. Where will your travels take you next? Ooh. Okay, look, we got these two options, so I think I'm gonna go with this girl first. She looks cool. And then I'll do her in the next episode. So let's see. As dawn approaches, you find yourself heading out of the big city into the rustic outskirts. Man, the sun sure is bright on this goddamn planet. It's rising over the crests of distant hills, a huge fiery ball. It gets, the later it gets, bigger the bigger and bigger it grows. Way bigger than you could ever that way bigger than you've ever seen on the sun for Earth. What's that smell? Could it be your flesh beginning to sizzle? Fantastic. You love the country. Oh god, am I back? Am I in Arizona? No wonder the nightlife seems that so active on Altaria. They're all nocturnal to avoid the brutal daily roasting. Reach into your pocket for your cool new shades, but you appear to have left them at your friend's house. Fuck. Gotta get yourself together. Recent physical trauma and extensive blood loss has you a little fuzzy. We're built for this wilderness survival shit. You're starting to wish you just stolen a fucking Lamborghini or something instead of a spaceship. I stole the spaceship. This seriously isn't looking good. The city's too far away now for you to turn back, so you have no choice but to keep walking. You can find a cave or a hole in the ground. Maybe you can just cover yourself with grass. You wish that someone had mentioned the Death Sun in between offering you an alien meat products and calling you their muse. Off to your left in the distance, you catch sight of what might be a shimmer of sunlight on a glass window, solar panel. You could seriously clean up the renewable energy on this planet. I'm tired today, I swear. You should change your trajectory and go toward the shimmer. Might be just a mirage. Yes, towards the shimmer. Turn your art, turn your arching, stringing meat sack towards the distant, promising sparkle of safety and blah. Sorry, let me get a drink real quick. Focus on just staying upright, one step at a time. Just keep swimming or whatever. God, the sun. Though you need SPF 5 million for this nonsense. Jesus. But then, almost like it has picked itself up to come scuttling to meet you, you suddenly find yourself in front of a long, low structure. You let out a yelp of anguish, pounding on the door. At least you hope it's a door. What in the world? The door opens, you fall inside with one of the most pathetic whimpers of your career. As darkness closes in on you, from right beside you comes snuffling Yip, like some joker is making fun of your dire situation. Something warm and wet glides up your stinging cheek. Hold on, lady. Give him some room. Pair of hands help you sit up gently. Your eyes haven't adjusted enough to make out more than a couple of shapes. One upright and one lower to the ground. What were you doing out there? Can you stand? Strong arms pull you to your feet. You wonder if anyone on this planet is strong, or if you are just extremely flimsy. They guide you to the chair at the end of the long table. Stutteringly, you begin to explain yourself. You are an injured, exhausted traveler who is ravenous for pals. Well, bless your heart. Hold on a tick. Dinner's about to burn. Now your rescuer mentions it. You do smell something. It smells amazing. Wow, hopefully it's not cannibalism. Funny, you should just blender in here like that. I was just saying, wasn't I, lady? It's been so long since we had any sort of guests who weren't imperial alien drones or out to rob us. Rub your watering, slow, clearing eyes, and when you look back up to your rescuer, finally comes into focus. She's taller than anyone else that you've met here. Well, you think. Also, maybe a little older. Not that you're an expert in troll physiology. She just has an air of knowledgeable competence. She's wearing a frigid jacket and holding up a plate. There you go. Your oculars feeling any better? By the way, my name's Skyla. Skyla? Pleasure to meet you. And this here's Lady. Is that a fucking dog? That thing scared me. Holy crap. Why does it look so cursed? Is that a Lussus? She looks down, and at first you think that she means a table. Then you look under the table at a giant monster dog looking up at you. It jolts so hard that you almost fly backwards out of your goddamn chair. Whoa there, no need for theatrics. It looks a little like one of those Lassie dogs with the pointed noses, except enormous and pure white. Its barks practically shake the whole house. Hey there, lady. No need to be rude. They clearly have one hell of a time. They don't look dangerous. Yeah, I'm the least threatening thing on this planet, let's be honest. Just really peculiar. Besides, if they try anything, you and me can take them. Yeah, she's right. She puts her hands on her hips, staring you down with her thunderous yellow eyes. Right? No fun of business, you hear? I'm sorry if my shitty accent is bothering you. You swallow and nod, trying to look unthreatening and obligating. You're ready for anything. For instance, friendship. You are so ready for that. She sets down a plate she's holding. Here, have a grub cake. There's plenty. That sounds gross as hell, but what's sitting on your plate looks and smells exactly like a normal pancake. Golden brown and crispy at the edges. There's boiled tree blood to you, if you like. Also churned dairy products. Hold on. Talking so much is hurting my throat. She puts down syrup in a dish of butter. Man, everything here has really weird names. She pours out a cup of some very familiar smelling liquid. My god, is it maple syrup? Well, brown bean juice, I guess. She raises an eyebrow. No. That's just coffee. She sits down next to you. You're lucky you are the you're only out in the light of dawn. No one wants to be out in direct Altarian sunlight besides Jade Bloods. And no offense, you certainly ain't any Jade Blood that I've ever seen. At first I thought you were some sort of mutant Molestus, cause you don't have any horns and you were grunting and yipping up a storm back there. But you're an alien, right? Don't worry, I won't call the drones. I'd best get used to being around aliens anyways. Seeing as how I'm gonna be seeing a whole mess of y'all coming next sweep. She laughs nervously. Aren't sure what she's talking about. You even need... Yeah, do you even need to specify that anymore? It's just natural law at this point. Gravity, conversation of energy, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, that's the Homestuck fandom for you. Lady, would you mind drawing the bath for our guest? No offense, but you smell like you could use one. Okay, sure. Can't argue with that. You offer her a smile. God, she seems so nice and caring. But you've been burned before, cut, and generically kicked around by the face. It's a tough world out there, but you want to trust her. Lady takes a bucket in her muzzle and runs out into the yard, getting up on her hind legs and batting down the door latch to open it. It's adorable. And she's gone. The sun is high enough now that the whole landscape outside is washed in white. Oh god, the dog! Oh, sweet of you to worry. Less I ever find to go outside for a little while in the daylight. Their coats reflect light or some add effect. Don't really know how it works. Guess evolution, I guess. I don't know how Lesses work. I don't know how trolls work. Whatever. I don't exactly know from my scientific acumen. You tell her that seems pretty smart from where you're standing. As cynical as you are becoming, you just can't help trying to be her new friend. She's so nice and wow, she's really pretty. Can't argue with that. Not that that's a requirement for friendship, but blah. But your retains would have to be way more skilled than they are not to notice that. That's not so easy to say, but it wouldn't really matter if I was a bona fide genius. Someone in my case couldn't hope to rise up in the ranks, but I can hope. I'm so tired today. Best I can hope for is hauling crates on some cargo vessels. Cargo vessels. Swallow up your pride of grub cake. Swallow your bite of grub cake, ready to ask her if she's thinking about joining the military. But just then a swell noise erupts from outside the house. Shouts and crashes, lady's frantic barks. She gasps and launches herself out of the chair, knocking over her syrup. It oozes across the table in a sticky wave. Dear God, the syrup. Oh no. Oh no. What the hell is going on? Bandits. Goddamn lust thieves. You don't really get the chance to ask anything else before she heads toward the door. Throwing up an arm, blazing white light pours in. Oh gosh, she's going outside, burn up. She isn't thinking straight. Gotta do something. Yes, help her. What the hell? You already experienced the Altarian sun? Sucked a whole lot. Maybe now will suck less because of how bad it sucked then. Just sliding scale of suckage. She plunges out into the daylight in the direction of the commotion. Like a big dumb asshole, you barrel out into the blazing hellscape after her. Surprise! It still sucks. You have sunburns before, but this is ridiculous. This is a fucking monster. This is a fucking monster of a gas giant, pointing and laughing at the tiny speck of humanity you represent, trembling before the void. Fuck you, son. Yeah, I'm in Arizona. It's a pure assault on all your senses. The light is almost as bad as the heat. You put up your arms to block the glare, allowing the dust allowing the dust Skilla kicks up behind her. I doubt your eyes will actually ever adjust to this fuckery, but you can't see a little better than before. There are a dozen of them, all of them trolls wearing dark, padded outfits that cover their faces. They look halfway between hazmat suits and SWAT uniforms. All of them have big, fake-looking guns that probably aren't fake. In fact, one of them shoots a laser at your face and you duck, and it leaves a blazing heat trail across your cheek. But as you currently are burning, it doesn't really break your stride. She throws herself into a fray, letting out a war cry accompanied by a sound of fists hitting flesh. It's 12 against 2, which, if you remember your fractions right, it's not unlike 6 against 1. But these guys had probably not been expecting a frontal assault. They had definitely not been expecting her, who is frankly fucking terrifying. He shoves 3 trolls down like dominoes, grabbing up a discarded gun, shooting all 3 while they're on the ground. Damn, she's fucking them up, isn't she? You have never been in a fight before. Fucking all-out brawl. Scary. But now you are in the thick of it. Also kind of awesome. Sure, your skin is burning, and you could be killed at any moment, but that's just how it goes on this planet. Gotta get into the swing of things. Take no prisoners, kill or be killed. Hell fucking yeah. Damn. Okay, I think she's one of my favorites. You pop one of the bandit trolls in the face. Fuck, that probably hurt your fist more than hurt the troll. But it does throw them off balance long enough for her to smash the butt of her gun into the side of their head. Yay! Yay-haw! Hell yeah! She gives you a wild grin. The two of you are beaming at each other while hostile alien sun tries to boil away the liquid from your eyeballs. And a bunch of bandits are trying to dognet the giant monster. You love this girl. In a friendship way, sure. But still, you love her. You make an awesome team. Another troll comes up behind Skilla, and she smashes the elbow into their throat, grabbing them by the front of their uniform, suplexing them to the dusty ground. Damn. She wails on them with her bare hands. God. She's really hot. Yeah, lady! Oh, right. You stumble over to where the lust is thrashing inside of a big black neck. You don't have any way to cut her free, but she's already doing great on her own, biting through the fibers with her big sharp teeth. Hold the net still for her to finish the job, then pull it off of her so she can join the fray. Damn! It's over fast. Hold on. It's over fast after that. How did they even get Lady into the net in the first place? She's so giant and quick, grabbing trolls in her jaws and shaking them like a chew toy. These people are crazy. The remaining 5 floors still standing jump into their weird little dune buggies and make tracks. Empress on Bug. They look like scuttling little beetles. It's a very bug-themed planet. She chases after them for a few hundred yards, throwing the gun after them and shouting obscenities. Stay away, you hear? Tell the rest of them why you don't ever fuck with the rusty ranch. She stands silhouette against the blazing sun, the dust trails vanishing into the distance. You are awash in a heady victory, giggling like a lunatic, before all adrenaline kind of drains out of all of you at once. You are finally reminded of your fucked up ribs and recent blood loss. The Altarian sun beats down, your arms are already covered in raised patches of red skin. The sunburn turned up to 11. Whoa there, are you okay? She's swaying too. Spray of olive green blood covers her cheek. At least the rainbow blood on this planet means that you can be sure it isn't hers. But she still looks rough. Kind of how you feel. Lady, come here, girl. I just fucking love how she just jump scares. Now you're just gonna sit down, maybe take a little break. Pale landscape swoops, going even paler. No, you can't rest here. You'll die, dumbass. Not let anything happen to my new best friend. Get it? New best friend? Holy shit. That makes you so happy. You absolutely can't die here. Not when you made such an amazing friend. Somehow, two of you managed to drag each other across the yard towards the house. Hive, you're gonna get this lingo down even if it kills you. Whenever you feel yourself about to fall forward, you lean on Skilla. When you two start to fall back, Lady is there to brace herself against the back of your knees. She's such a good Lessus. She's a good girl. Wonder if she'll be your best friend too. Her muzzle is dripping with soup of multicolored alien blood. When you get back into the darkness of the hive, you can't see shit. Dang, your species really ain't suited for this kind of environment, huh? I have vision coming back. Can't even see in the dark. In demonstration, you walk right into the table. You've about had it with tables. We're sworn enemies at this point. Fucking tables. On site ever since I had to put that goddamn table together. Please don't knock down my nutrition platform. I built it myself. She sounds exhausted but giddy. Dang, you really did that thing, did you? Kind of want to go in for the hug, but that sunburn really something. Feels like a tiny needle's piercing your arms and cheeks. Back of your neck is a colony of fire ants. Oh yeah. Feels real bad, don't it? Come on, it's only one cure for sun rash. She takes her hand. Gosh, this is the next level of friendship stuff. She leads you through her hive. Who knows if you are ever going to get all of your vision back. Maybe you're just going to be blind for life. You have to get a cane and a whimsical aesthetic. You learn to navigate the world by smell alone. Sounds familiar to another character from this franchise. No, that would be stupid. Here we go. My coop isn't really huge, but you're kind of scrawny. What are you waiting for? Take your clothes off. Didn't even buy me dinner first. Man, the sun must really have fucked with more than your eyes, because you could have sworn she just told you to take your clothes off. You're seriously not getting to my recoup. You're seriously not getting to my Coopercoon in those filthy rags. Not even sure what those clothes were supposed to be originally. Yeah, you aren't sure about your look either. Another new friend of yours told you it was rad, but you're both a little high at the time. Oh yeah, last episode. You might be a little high right now. I wonder if sunstroke caused auditory hallucinations. Also, you don't know what the hell she's talking about. Really? What the heck do you sleep in on your planet? Hear rustling, followed by a sound of clothes hitting the floor. A weird gloop gloop. Like someone's getting a bathtub, only thicker. If a troll didn't have soap power, well, I don't rightly know what could happen, but I reckon it wouldn't be great. It can speed the healing process for the burns and small wounds. Not sure what it's going to do to your weird alien anatomy, but I don't see how it's going to make it any better or worse, or going to make it any worse. You tell her that in your experience, things always gets worse, especially from her perspective right now, since she's about to see you naked. Nothing like a little self that's plus say for crippling insecurity, I guess. She laughs. Come on now. I'm sure you're a perfectly healthy example of your species. Just get in already. Promise isn't any sort of pale solicitation, or flesh for any matter. I know it's kind of awkward, but I only gotten one coop. I only got the one coop. Right. Okay. Yeah. You can totally do this. You can make this not weird. Of course, your trip taking off your goddamn pants while she starts laughing all over again. Not in a mean way, more of a chill. Please join me in my slime bathtub, old chum way. In a non-awkward way. In a friend way. Sure. Okay. Weird episode, but I think she's my favorite so far. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to talk to you all in the next episode, and goodbye.